1 year ago, race day in May was not something that we got to experience. But in August, I had the opportunity of standing in this very spot as they waved the green flag on the race. But something was missing, and it was indeed the buzz of tens of thousands of fans filling these stands. This place takes on an almost ethereal, a surreal quality when it's quiet, when it's empty, and before they roar the engines to life at the waving of the green flag. That will happen again this Sunday, but for everyone involved in that race here last year, it was an experience unlike any other.
The morning rolled along with a calm anticipation. The biggest race in the world was going to happen, but in the hours leading up to the start, it was clear that this day would be unique.
The whole tone of the weekend was so different, and I joked with some of the guys that every race felt like a test day. So he was almost like, do I want to try that hard? There's, it's like, what do we do? It's just a test day. No, it's actually, this is the race. So we got to actually, yes, you still have to try very hard. But it was weird, and it was sad, and it sucked seeing a bunch of empty grandstands at all these racetracks.
So many things on August 23rd of 2020 played out like the last Sunday in May that we all know.
And it seems that I can see. Drivers, start your engines!
But even as they began to rattle off those first of 500 miles, the emptiness of it all was striking.
Obviously, when you're in a race car, you have the helmet on. You kind of don't think about it. But the pre-race and the post-race, it's very depressing, I have to say. It was probably the worst feeling I've experienced in my entire career.
The race played out as so many have over the decades. The battles up front, the strategic decisions being made up and down pit lane, and the occasional reminder of the razor-thin line that these athletes drive on at Indy. A champion was crowned, a milestone win celebrated in Victory Circle, but the resounding roar of a crowd, thankful for another winning performance, was absent from the August air.
It was obviously a pity to couldn't share with the fans here, 300,000 people, but I know the millions of people really, I hope, they enjoyed the race.
And now, on the eve of this 105th running, a reminder of how special those watching are to those driving.
You get to IndyCar and there's fans and there's the autograph session, there's people in the paddock, and you're like, that's normal, right? That's what it is. And then that disappears, and it feels like you're just doing exhibition races. Like it sucks, honestly. Like you obviously, once you're in the car, it's irrelevant, but all of the buildup and the atmosphere that comes along with it, especially for the 500, was missing. And I think we all now have a greater appreciation for what the fans bring to the table, and we can't wait to have them back.
There's always plenty of talk about experience being a key factor here at the Indy 500. There are 8 drivers in this year's field over the age of 40. Tony Kanaan is the oldest. Our pole sitter Scott Dixon is 40 years of age as well. But there is a generational shift taking place in IndyCar, and there is a group of millennials hoping to make their mark at Indy this year.
First, a bit of an Indy history lesson. Troy Ruttman was just 19 years old when he made his first 500 start in 1949. A sprint car star in California, his first 3 Indy starts all ended without making it to the end. But in 1952, Ruttman drove his Agajanian Kuzma off E4 to Victory Circle. Just a couple months past his 22nd birthday, Ruttman was the youngest winner in the 36 runnings of the race. Nearly 7 decades later, he still holds that distinction, but perhaps not for much longer. Three of this year's 33 drivers are younger than Ruttman on his winning run of 52. And all 3 of them have proven they've got what it takes to grab one of racing's crown jewels.
You seem to be enjoying these few days.
It's the Indy 500. Who doesn't?
Pato O'Ward turned 22 just a couple weeks ago, and just days before that, he clinched his first career IndyCar win at Texas Motor Speedway. For the driver from Monterrey, Mexico, it was just a matter of time before IndyCar winner was on his resume.
We'll keep pushing to get that same result again, because there's nothing like a high of a race win. I mean, there's nothing else gives it to you. And whenever you feel it, it's like, man, I want some more.
Last year, O'Ward finished 6th at Indy, earning Rookie of the Year. His pairing with Arrow McLaren Schmidt Peterson turned into a 4th place standing in the championship when it was all done.
you could tell from everybody, just everyone is pushing to get that little extra out of the race cars, out of the pit stops. You know, they're so crucial in the IndyCar, where strategy comes into a lot of play and you have to be quick in the pit stops. So I think everybody's just rowing towards the same side. Everybody's pushing, and since the day we finished on pit, it was the start of just pushing.
Colton Herta's already racked up 4 IndyCar race wins and 5 pole positions, including one of each a month ago in St. Petersburg.
I was nervous because he was on those new red tires, and I thought they were going to be better, but they ended up being similar. So I was able to hold him off, and oh man, I can't even speak right now.
And with a blistering run this past Sunday, he'll be starting in the middle of row 1 for this year's Indy 500.
Obviously, a little disappointed that we didn't get the pole, but at least it happens, and you know, I was happy to have the opportunity to go to the Fast 9. And Cambridge car was fast, just not quite fast enough, but we have a really good race car. We'll continue to work on that, and that's what's going to be important in a week's time.
Don't go thinking his Indy success is just a flash in the pan. Herta qualified 5th 2 years ago in his rookie 500, and he finished 8th place here last August.
It's awesome, yeah, and obviously it can't be done without a good team, and the team gave me an incredible car, so it made it easier to drive for me.
Perhaps the hottest of IndyCar's next-gen stars right now is 20-year-old Dutchman Rinus VeeKay. His month of May started with his maiden IndyCar victory, a dominating performance here in the Grand Prix.
Everything went well. Everything needs to fall in the right place to win an IndyCar race, and it did today. So I'm extremely happy and very, very proud for the team.
On Sunday, he beat the boss. VeeKay was just a tick faster than Ed Carpenter, his car owner, landing his Chevy on the outside of row 1. That 3rd place spot makes Rinus the youngest front row qualifier in the history of the 500.
The new generation is taking over, so I'm over the moon. You know, I'm super happy, and the race is still very long. It's still very far away, but I think we have a great race car, especially with just a few cars in front of me. We're very fast.
So while it could be a champagne-optional celebration in Victory Circle, any one of these youngsters would be more than happy to be sipping some milk this Sunday.
All 3 of those drivers are products of the IndyCar Series feeder system. In fact, 20 of this year's field of 33 drivers are Road to Indy alumni. We'll see if one of them ends up in Victory Circle on Sunday.
Still to come, he's being remembered by many as one of the great personalities in the history of auto racing. Bobby Unser also happens to be one of the greatest drivers of all time. We pay tribute to a 3-time 500 champion. And later, what did they drive before they drove 230 miles an hour?
I like that car. If you put a sporty engine in it, it'd be pretty mega.
This year's field takes us back in time when the WRTV Trackside Special continues.
One of the Indy 500's greatest champions is the feature of a new exhibit at the Speedway Museum. Rocket Rick Mears takes a look back at the amazing career of the 4-time 500 champion. From his off-roading days in California to his 6 poles and 4 trips to Victory Circle. More than a dozen vehicles and hundreds of artifacts from several collections.
It starts bringing back a lot of memories of, things you haven't thought about in years, and as time goes on, those get further and further away, and this kind of helps bring them all back to the front a little bit. So it's just a great feeling.
It's on display through all of 2021 and into next spring.
One of the great things about coming back to the Speedway every May is celebrating the past champions of the race. Bobby Unser was a 3-time Indianapolis 500 champion, the first of those coming in this car back in 1968. This spring, Uncle Bobby passed away, but his legacy lives on long after his final win here at the Speedway. Tonight in our Trackside Tribute, we take a look back at Dave First's visit with Bobby in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico has its own feel and a popular song.
I get your kicks on Route 66.
America's iconic road leading to one of America's iconic drivers. Here's where you'll find Unserville, home of the 3-time Indy 500 champ Bobby Unser. Tom Carnegie paid a visit here 40 years ago. These days, it's as if nothing's changed.
You haven't moved, Bobby. Same house.
Same house.
But still topped off with treasures.
This was my first trophy ever. It's getting where you can't hardly read it. 15 years old.
It's Unser at every turn.
Most of this stuff over here is Pikes Peak stuff. We went there because Uncle Louie had won it 9 times. That was my mentor. That's the guy that I wanted to beat someday, and I told him that I would.
And Bobby did. 13 total wins.
These are original seat belts.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's all original stuff.
7 with the car he still has. It led to his first race at Indy in 1963, but it took some convincing by that year's champ.
Without Parnelli Jones, I probably would have never gone. Because Parnelli's the one that thought I should go. And so I was really not too sure in the beginning.
It didn't help that in '64, he was caught up in one of the worst fires in Speedway history, claiming the life of fan favorite Eddie Sachs.
Here's the bad fire, Eddie Sachs and Dave McDonald. There's Rutherford right there.
And you
this
are
is me.
right here.
Mhm.
Look at that.
That was a bad one.
And yet something still clicked, even despite his drive in the Novi.
Novi wasn't going to win anything. Novi wasn't going to finish the race, but it still was the crowd favorite. No matter how you look at it, everybody loved the Novi. Well, I did too.
Persistence paid. Dan Gurney and his Eagle chassis came along in 1968, and so did Bobby's first win, beating Gurney by nearly a minute.
So it isn't the Novi carrying Bobby Unser anymore. It's Bobby Unser is a real, honest-to-goodness live Indy winner. And in those days, it was way up there to be an Indy winner.
And Bobby was off and running. 4 years later, he smashed the track record. A whopping 195 miles an hour to win pole.
How much fun was that time there?
Just wouldn't believe how much fun.
And it was all thanks to Gurney's legendary engine man.
John Miller, we called him the musician. He could make speed for Bobby Unser. I mean, when John gave me the horsepower, God help the rest of the world.
The push for power continued into the 1975 race, with Bobby asking to turn up the boost on his final stint before the rain hit.
The rest of the guys were history, and I'm already leading it anyway. But it rained, and I says, that's okay, I'll take the rain.
And his reign of Indy continued.
Here's the steering wheel from my '75 Indy winning car.
Back in Albuquerque, the mementos were piling up, and so was the competition with A.J. Foyt.
Foyt, who obviously is an extremely competitive person, right?
Right.
The two even tried to outdo one another on an Alaskan polar bear hunt.
And I just told my guide, I says, we got to get a bigger bear than Foyt.
Bobby bagged the best by at least a foot.
What does that say about the competitiveness with you and Foyt?
He shouldn't have gone first. He should have gone after I did. Bad deal when Foyt goes first.
Back on track, Unser pulled the rug from under him again in 1981, but it wasn't without controversy.
81 was a storybook affair.
Mario Andretti charged Unser and Team Penske with illegally passing a dozen cars under caution.
During a yellow flag, the pit extension doesn't end till you come off of turn 2. So I go by this one and that one and that one and that one, which is legal.
It took 4 months before it was settled in court, with Unser keeping the victory, but fined 40 grand.
It worked out great for you.
Oh, it turned out really good. I won it twice in 81, so I'm a 4-time winner.
Retirement has brought on a variety of odd jobs, from hill climbs.
Pirelli called me and said they're gonna have this thing, and they wanted me to be like a hired hitman, so to speak.
To speed records at Bonneville.
The record had been 18 years without being broken.
There's the keepsakes he still keeps.
Channel 6. Checkered flag.
We had something to do with that.
1975 Indy. I'll be darned. Look at that. And inside, the original flag.
His 500 pace cars.
What, 81?
81, 75, 68.
And regular cars.
So we had that car. That's all we had in our family. We were a very poor family.
Through it all, he's never forgotten his roots, nor what made his life complete.
You've seen a lot that I have here, and this isn't all. Without Indianapolis, none of it would have happened, Dave.
And that's why Albuquerque may be connected to the Unsers, but the Unsers will always be connected to Indy.
Indiana was good to the Unser family. The city of Indianapolis was, the racetrack, the racing people. It made us.
Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
A great scene on the Yard of Bricks last week. A.J. Foyt and his first Indy 500 winning car. This year marks the 60th anniversary of that victory. 3 more would follow in his legendary career. Paired up with J.R. Hildebrand, who this May is driving a special #1 car with a tribute livery to that 61 winner. Hildebrand qualified 22nd. He'll start on the inside of row 8.
First driver's license, your first car was?
Was that 96 Camaro? Chevy Camaro. Yeah.
BMW 1 Series. No! It was a Citroen Saxo. My sister's Citroen Saxo.
Chicks dig it.
Just a generic Camaro.
Yeah, Z28.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
This was cool. So, before this car got handed down to me from my sister, we were in our driveway and she was like, how do I do a burnout? I was like, okay. I was like, max throttle, dump the clutch. We broke the drive shafts.
Back then, and now you look at the car and you're like, God, it's cheesy.
I like that car. If you put a sporty engine in it, it'd be pretty mega.
VL Commodore Holden. That was real Australian. Bought it with, saved $10,000 up.
It was a Ford XR6. Yeah, I had an old XR6, so it's a Falcon. They don't make them in Australia anymore, but yeah, I certainly wish I got a Chevy, that's for sure. Would have looked after me a lot better.
Cool car to have that you put wheels on and then you beef up the engine, put an exhaust on it. Yeah, all the stuff that young kids waste their money on.
A Subaru WRX. And that was a lot of fun. 2004 Subaru STI, and it's still the only car that I own. It's in my garage. You know, I mean, that 4-wheel drive, it's a good time. It's a good time. I broke it a lot, but it was a good time.
When we come back, race weekend is ready to roll. From the final practice to the final laps, we'll get you set for the spectacle of it all. That's next on this WRTV Trackside special.
Another of the great traditions of the Indy 500 is the Baby Borg. 2020 champion Takuma Sato received his mini replica of the famed Borg-Warner Trophy last month in St. Pete. Car owners Bob Rahal, Mike Lanigan, and David Letterman also receiving their pint-sized prizes. Sato has a chance to join some elite company when he goes for a third 500 win this Sunday, starting 15th on the outside of row 5. Now, here's a look at the rest of the weekend. Carb Day features the final 2 hours of practice for the field of 33. That session starts Friday morning at 11. Saturday is the annual drivers meeting in Pagoda Plaza. This year's event will be virtual. Fans can watch via live stream at 10 a.m. Then on race day, join us for breakfast at the Brickyard. The WRTV News team will be live at IMS from 6 to 11 a.m. Watch us on the WRTV app, WRTV.com, or on your streaming device. Then on the news at 6 and 11, a full recap of the day with highlights and reaction from the new champion, plus the stories of the day from IMS.
All that's left is race day and a 500-mile drive to history. They say this place chooses its champion. We'll see who the chosen one is come this Sunday. For all of us at WRTV, I'm Brad Brown. Thanks for joining us. It's time to go racing. See you soon. Have a good night.